All right, we will begin today with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner, and Mrs. Doyle will give the note that you start at with the Star-Spangled Banner. So we will all rise, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for amid among the ramparts, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond the line of knowing, and set forth from it into the light hereof upon the whole world, as is throughout the whole, underneath, unto, up upon, which within, without.
A diller, a dollar. A diller, a dollar. A 10 o'clock scholar. What makes you come so soon? You used to come at 10 o'clock, but now you come at noon. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny. Hot cross buns. If you have no daughters, give them to your sons. 1 a penny, 2 a penny. Hot cross buns. Diddle diddle dumpling. Diddle diddle dumpling. My son John went to bed with a stocking on. 1 shoe up and 1 shoe on. Diddle diddle dumpling. My son John. Jack Sprat. Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean. And so between the two of them, they licked the platter clean. Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pine going to the fair. Said Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your well. Said Simple Simon. Said the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Said Simple Simon to the pieman, indeed I have not any.
Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat on the spider and frightened Miss Muffet away. Early to Bed, a poem by Benjamin Franklin. You must have heard about him, haven't you? Here it goes. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Woo!
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Old King Cole. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers three.
Bravo!
Lincoln by Nancy Bird Turner. There was a boy of other days, a quiet, awkward, earnest lad, who trudged on weary miles to get a book on which his heart was set, and then no candle had. He was too poor to buy a lamp, but very wise in woodman's ways. He gathered seasoned bow and stem, and crisping leaf and kindled them into a ruddy blaze. Then as he lay full length and read, the firelight flickered on his face, and etched a shadow on the gloom, and made a picture in a room, in that most humble place. The hard years came, the hard years went, but gentle, brave, and strong of will, he met them all, and when today we see his pictured face, we say, there's light upon it still. Came, come, go went, gone, run, ran, run, begin, began, begun, drink, drank, drunk, ring, ring, rum, sing, sing, sung, swim, swam, swum, road, rock, rock, catch, caught, caught, say, said, said, sell, sold, sold, think, thought, thought, do, did, done, eat, ate, eaten, fly, flew, flown, give, gave, given, grow, grew, grown, know, knew, know, ride, rode, ridden, take, chose, taken, write, wrote, written, break, broke, broken, choose, chose, chosen, freeze, froze, frozen, speak, spoke, spoken, tear, tore, torn, wear, wore, worn. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the traffic of our stage.
In Verona, the Montagues and the Capulets fight until the Prince of Verona intercedes and threatens to banish them. Then, the head of the Capulet family plans a feast to introduce his daughter Juliet to a count named Paris who seeks to marry her. Montague's son Romeo and his friends hear of the party and resolve to go in disguise in hopes to meet Romeo's beloved Rosalie. Instead, Romeo and Juliet meet and fall instantly in love with each other. Juliet's cousin Tybalt recognizes the Montague boys and forces them to leave, just as Romeo and Juliet discover one another.
Just as stars that never felt so blue, but soft, what light through yonder window brings. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and grief, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it on. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. For thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven. As is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, as he bestrides the lazy puffing cloud and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be forsworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis with thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor face, nor arm, nor any other part belonging to a myth. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? By which people cut a rose. By any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would. Were he not Romeo called? Retain that dear perfection which he owed without that title. Romeo, thus thy name, and for thy name there is no part of thee. Take all myself.
I'll take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou this green and night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ear have not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance. Yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee is like.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place that, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alas, there lies more peril in thy hand than 20 of their swords. Look thou at me, and I proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here. By whose direction found us out of this place?
My love, that did first prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I should have ventured for such merchandise.
Though no the mask of night is on my face, else would have made him blush with paint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, what faint wrong form, faint to deny, what I have spoke, but there will compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, the monthly changings encircled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart is love.
Well, do not swear, even I join thee. I have no joy in this contract tonight. The mud of love by summer's ripening breath, and proved by the beauteous flower the next time we meet. Good night, as for repose and rest. Came to thy heart is within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou did requested, and yet I were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? Madam?
I hear some noise. Dear love, adieu. Oh God, she comes. Oh honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him?
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a chance have I?
I would thou have my bones, and I thy news. Speak, good nurse, speak.
What haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see the time of breath?
Out of breath? How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to tell me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either. I'll state the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you've made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Who is stately better than any man. His leg excels all men. And for a hand, a foot, and a body, could they not be talked on, with their past compare? He is not the flower of courtesy, but I warn, as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. What? Have you dined at home?
No, but all this that I know before. What says thee about marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches! What a head have I! It beats as it will fall to 20 pieces. My back! Oh, my back! My hand! Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my beck while jaunting up and down.
I faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says Romeo?
Your love says like an honest gentleman, a courteous, kind, handsome, and I warn, virgin. Where's your mother?
Where's my mother? Why, she's within. Where should she be? How oddly thou replies. Your love speak like an honest gentleman. Where's your mother?
Oh God, lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trout. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coy. Come, tell me, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go ship today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell, for there sings husband to make you a wife.
After Romeo and Juliet are secretly married, Juliet's cousin Tybalt sends a challenge to Romeo. Romeo refuses, which angers his friend Mercutio. During the fight, Mercutio is stabbed by Tybalt. In anger, Romeo kills Tybalt and is banished by the prince.
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she down so late or up so early? What unaccustom procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Everyone weeping for your cousin's death? What wilt thou wash his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want to live.
Yet let me wait for such feeling loss.
So shall we feel the loss and not the friend we should be for?
Feelings to the lost cannot choose but ever wait for the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives who slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Bidden in him many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart, and yet no man like him doth break my heart.
That is because that traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, with the reach of these my hands, would none but I might revenge for my cousin's death?
We will have vengeance for him. Fear thou not and weep no more, and I'll send you one again to him.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find out the man to bear poison, then I would temper it. So Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleeping quiet. Oh, how my heart bores when I hear his name, and cannot come to him. To wreak the love I bore upon my cousin. Upon that body which slaughtered him.
Find the means and I'll find such a man.
Madam, in happy times, what day is that?
Marry my child early next Thursday morning.
I would not marry it, and when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
Angered by Juliet's refusal to marry Paris, Lord Capulet moves her marriage to the next day. Unbeknownst to anyone, Romeo and Juliet are secretly married. Friar Lawrence helps Juliet by providing her with a sleeping draught that will make her appear dead. When the wedding party arrives to greet Juliet, they believe she is dead. The friar warns Romeo of Juliet's plan and sends him to the Capulet family tomb to rescue her. However, due to the plague, the vital message doesn't arrive in time. Hearing from his servant that Juliet is dead, Romeo buys poison from an apothecary in Mantua.
Give me thy torch, boy, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I shall not be seen. Under yon yew tree lay thee all along, holding thine ear close to the hollow ground. So shall no foot upon the churchyard tread. But if thou hearest something, whistle then to me, as signal that something doth approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard, yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew, with sweet water nightly I will do. Or one thing that, with tears distilled thy moans, the obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight?
Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Upon thy life I charge thee. Why I descend in this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence, be gone. But if thou, jealous, dost return to pry in what I shall further intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and inexorable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that, live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide you hereabout, for his looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite, I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin with which grief. It is supposed the fair creature died and is here to do some villainous shame. To the dead bodies I will apprehend thee. Stop, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me, think upon these gone. Let them affright thee, I beseech thee, youth. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone! By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I came hither armed against myself. Stay not, be gone, live, and hereafter say, a madman's mercy made thee run away.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then ha at thee, boy!
Oh Lord, they fight. I will go call the watch.
Oh, I'm slain. If thou be merciful, open the tomb and lay me with Juliet.
In faith I will. And push this kinsman, noble countenance house. What said my man when my betrothed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he said, Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet? I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. Here
love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, I die.
St. Francis, be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at the graves? Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, one that knows you well.
Bless be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the Capitol's monument.
It doth so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Go with me, to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death if I did stay to look on this intent.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me, oh much. I'll fear some ill, unthrifty thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master in another plot, and my master slew him.
Romeo! Alack, alack. What blood is this which stains the stony entrance of the sepulchre? What mean these maskless and gory swords to lie discolored in this place of peace? Romeo! Romeo, oh pale, who else? What? Paris too? And it's steeped in blood. Ah, what unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where's my lord? I do remember where I should be, and here I am. Where's my Romeo?
Come. I hear some noise. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom, there lies dead. And Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? A cup? Closing my true love's head? Poison, I see, hath been his time misled. Oh, troth, drink off, and left no friendly drop to help me after? Yet, voice, then now be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is my sheath. Dear rust, and let me die.
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me to stand aloof. And so I did. And now comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him. And then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, their tidings of death. Here writes he did buy a poison, a poor apothecary and therewithal, to lie in this vault beside his beloved Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what scourge is laid upon your face, and heaven find means of filling your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discourse too, has lost the brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I'll raise her statue pure that whiles that name Verona is known. And no race so in such figures shall be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's buy, his lady's lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
Glooming peace this morning brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence. I have more to talk of these sad things. Some be pardoned, some be punished. For there never was a tale more woe than that of Juliet and her Romeo.
you're standing before me with tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you have found you another, and you just don't love me no more. What did you think
Welcome to SciCore Academy's production of Macbeth. On a bleak Scottish moorland, Macbeth and Banquo, two of King Duncan's generals, discovered three strange women, witches. The witches prophesy that Macbeth will be promoted twice, the Thane of Cadwar and King of Scotland. Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne, but Banquo himself is not promised any kingdom. The generals want to hear more, but the three strange witches disappear. King Duncan promotes Macbeth to Thane of Cadwar as a reward for success in recent battles. This promotion is used to support the prophecy. King Duncan plans to make a brief visit to Macbeth's castle at Inverness. When Lady Macbeth hears of her husband's promotion and prophecy, she vows to make him become king by whatever means necessary. Back at the castle, Lady Macbeth gives the guards drugged wine so that Macbeth can enter and kill the king. Macbeth regrets this almost immediately, but his wife reassures him. She leaves the bloody daggers by the dead king just before nobleman Macduff arrives. When Macduff discovers the murder, Macbeth kills the guards in a show of rage and retribution. King Duncan's sons, Donlebane and Malcolm, flee fearing for their lives, but they are nevertheless blamed for the murder. Macbeth becomes king, but he's plagued with feelings of insecurity. He remembers the prophecy that Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne and arranges for Banquo and his son Fleance to be killed. Banquo is murdered, but his son manages to escape the assassins. We pick up with after
thrice the blinded cat hath viewed.
Thrice and once the heartbreak wine.
Arthur cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw, toad that under cold stone. Days and nights have 31. Sweltered venom, sleeping gods, boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. To each of a fitness name, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wolf bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm sting, later slide all that's waiting. For charm of powerful trouble, like hell grows boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, mine gulf. Of the ravine, sell sea shark, root of hemlock, dig in the dark. Liver of blaspheming Jew, gal of goat, and slips of yew. Slivered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk, and Tartar's lips. Finger of first strangled babe, dish delivered by a drab. Make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's children for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with the bubbles gloves, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the gains. And now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in the ring.
By the breaking of my sons, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is that you do?
A deed without a name!
I conjure you by that what you profess, however you come to know it. Though you untie the winds and make them fight against the churches, no corn be lodged and trees fall down, no castles do topple on their warriors' heads, no palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, even till destruction sicken. Answer what I ask.
Speak!
Demand.
We'll answer. Say, thou'st rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters?
Call them and let me see them.
Pour in so's blood that hath eaten her 9 pharaohs. Grease that sweeten, from the murders give it throw, into the flame!
Come,
higher low, thyself in office deftly show!
What art thou in no power?
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, 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 beware Macduff, beware the thing of fire, dismiss me, enough.
Wherever thou art, thanks for thy good caution. Thou, although thou hast taught my fear aright, the one-word war.
You will not be commanded. Here's one more important than the last.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
At thy 3 years, I hear you.
Right below, and resolute, left foot forward. The power of man, not of movement, shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff, what need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance double sure, take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live. That I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What, is this so?
Listen, but speak not to it!
You lie on battle, proud, and take no care who chase, who threats, or where the conspirators are. Macbeth shall never vanquish thee, until great Birnamwood, high counseling hill shall come against it.
But that can never be. We can bid the tree and fix his earthbound root. Sweet Bowmans, good rebellion's head shall never rise till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, time and moral custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one more thing, if your art can tell me so. Why sings that cauldron, and what noise is this?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse shall fall upon you. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in his kingdom?
Show! Show!
Show!
Show his eyes and grieve his heart! Come like shadows, so depart!
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! My crown to sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou gold-bound brow, is like the first. The third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth, starred eyes. What will the lines foretell to the crack of doom? Another yet, I'll see no more. And yet the blood-boltered Banquo does smile upon them and points at them for this. What, is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so. But why Macbeth stands before us thus amazedly? Come, sisters, we cheer up his fright. We'll show the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to give a sound, while you perform your antic rounds. So this great king may kindly say, our duties did his welcome pay.
Where are they gone? The furnish's hours should die a curse in the calendar. Oi, come in without that.
What's your great will?
Saw you the weird sisters.
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned be all that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horses. Who is that they came by?
Just because we're offering your word, not
Led to England.
I, my good lord.
Time, thou hath anticipated my most dread exploits. If the flighty purposes overtook, and the deed go with it. From now on, the very first things of my thoughts shall be the very first things of my acts. Even now, be it thought and done. Acts me. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. To seize upon fight and give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babe, and all unfortunate souls that trace me this line. No more boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Show me to these gentlemen.
Embarks on a reign of terror, slaughtering many, including Macduff's family. Macduff has gone to seek Malcolm at the court of the English king. Malcolm is young and unsure, but Macduff, pained with grief, convinces him to lead an army against Macbeth. Macbeth feels safe at his castle in Dunstan until he hears that Birnam Wood is approaching. Malcolm's army is using camouflage herself against Macbeth's stronghold. Lady Macbeth, conscience-ridden and overwrought, talks in her sleep and tells her secrets to her doctor. She later kills herself. As the final battle commences, Macbeth hears of his wife's suicide and mourns. We pick up with the last two scenes of the play, Act 5, Scene 7, and Scene 8.
What's one that was not a woman born? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, do not cause to come a higher name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself cannot pronounce the head of so hateful to my fear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, sire. My sword prove the lies thou speakest.
Thou wast a woman born. What swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by hand as of a woman born.
That what noise is. Fire, show thy face. But thou best claim no stroke of mine. But my wife and children dost to harm me still. I cannot strike a wretched kern whose arms are hired to bear its staves. Either thou, Macbeth, lost my sword with unbattered edge, a sheath again unneeded. Either thou, there thou dost, but this great cutter, one of greatest note, seems booted. Let me find her fortune, and more I beg not.
The trans people who fight the noble and liberty and war. they almost excel Professor George and the people.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Cool and die on my own, while I see lives, the gaps that you better upon them.
Turn, Helen, turn!
Of all men else, I have avoided thee, but get thee back. I have too much charge with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou, bloody your villain, then turn to give thee out.
Thou who losest labor, with easy mace the trenchant air, with thy keen sword presses make me bleed. Let fall thy blade of vulnerable crest. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of women born.
Spare thy charm, and let the angel whom shall serve, and tell thee Macduff, who was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells thee so, for that coward my better part of man. And be these jumping fiends no more believe that palter with us in a double sense, and give us the hope that promise to hope to our ear, and break it to our hope.
And yield thee, coward, and let it be the show of easy time. As a rare monsters, we'll have thee as a rare monsters, to be painted upon a pole, under it, here lay the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young mountains feet to be fated by the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become the dunce name, and thou, being opposed, and of woman born, yet I will try the last. I will throw my warlike shield before my body, lay on Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold enough.
I would the French be missed for safer eyes.
Some must go home and get back inside the things so quick and say, this should be hard.
But Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has had his prowess confirmed in outstripping David and where he fought, but like a man, died.
And he dead?
Aye, and brought up his fill. Your cause of sorrow must not be mastered by his word, for then it has no end.
Is he hospital?
Aye, on the front.
Why then God's soldier I have made some as I have heard, how can we be with him?
He is worth our sorrow that I'll spend for him.
This was no more. They say he parted well. They say he parted well in a taking God. Oh, good for still comfort.
Hail, King! For so thou art, the whole earth stands a surface cursed head. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's power, I speak salutation to mine, and I desire with no more than mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
King of Scotland!
I shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves, and make them even with you. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that Scotland ever in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, calling home our exiled friends from abroad that fled the watchful snares of tyranny. This producing forth this cruel minister and his fiend-like queen, who asked his thoughts, by self in violent hands took off her life. What needful else do that brought upon us? So by the grace of grace, in measure, time, and place, so thanks to all and once to each other, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
La putaya está caliente.
La mamá oso toma la cuchara mediana y prueba el potaje y dice:
Sí, el potaje está caliente.
La chica oso toma la cuchara pequeña y prueba el potaje y dice:
Mi potaje está caliente también.
Vamos a dar un paseo por el bosque.
Sí, vamos a dar un paseo por el bosque.
Sí, vamos a dar un paseo por el bosque.
Van al bosque. Una niña entra en la casa. La niña ve los 3 platos. La niña toma la cuchara grande y prueba el potaje en un plato grande y dice:
El potaje está caliente.
La niña toma la cuchara mediana y prueba el potaje en un plato mediano y dice:
El potaje está frío.
La niña toma la cuchara pequeña y prueba el potaje en un plato pequeño y dice:
El potaje está bueno.
Y come todo. La niña ve los 3 sillas. Se sienta en la silla grande y dice:
La silla no es cómoda.
La niña se sienta en la silla mediana y dice:
La silla no es cómoda.
Se sienta en la silla pequeña y dice:
La silla es muy cómoda.
Pero la pequeña silla se rompió. La niña ve las 3 camas. Se acuesta en la cama grande y dice:
La cama no es cómoda.
Se acuesta en la cama mediana y dice:
La cama no es cómoda.
Se acuesta en la cama pequeña y dice:
La cama es muy cómoda.
Y se duerme. Los 3 osos vuelven del bosque.
Хорошо придумали.
Alguien ha entrado en la casa y se ha probado mi potaje.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en mi casa y probado mi potaje.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en la casa y probado mi potaje todo.
Alguien ha entrado en la casa y se ha sentado en mi silla.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en mi casa y sentado en mi silla.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en la casa y sentado en mi silla y roto completamente.
Alguien ha entrado en la casa y se ha acostado en mi cama.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en mi casa y ha estado en mi cama.
Sí, alguien ha entrado en la casa y acostado en mi cama. Y aquí esta es una niña.
¡Roar!